enough to be able to do that, and that's what that kind of is about.
Who's
Alright, watch
ready?
the slurs, y'all. You're probably on stream now.
You are.
Excellent.
I just had to mock people on Twitter as part of my, getting ready to DM ritual.
But what if eating a spinach makes you a 13?
What? No, eating a spinach makes you a fucking 0. She's a 13, but she eats spinach is just another way of saying she's a 0.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm so glad that she's calling me a 0.
Anyway. It's okay. You're slowly in recovery after learning how amazing foxes are.
But I literally ate spinach today.
I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
That is indeed quite the rage post.
I mean, yeah. There are definitely words besides idiot and moron that I wanted to use more, but, I try to avoid that one.
I promised I wouldn't make the joke again, but I can't. Sorry, what were you saying?
Like, putting the onus of someone else to make sure that you are no longer ignorant every time they converse with you is so fucking stupid. And I don't know why people think that they sound good. Oh, well, you were unable to convince me. Yeah, and I'd be unable to teach a retard calculus. I'm so sorry. That was really...
Yeah, I thought you said you're trying to avoid using that kind of language, but here we are.
I am. Look, there are some people that make it really, really hard for me. And we should hate them all.
I
How is everyone else's day going?
I'm pretty sure everyone's tired.
Could be.
Yeah, I know. No matter how much I chill for coffee, almost no one will ever end up trying it.
I mean, they might be better off for that.
I
Sorry,
understand with you, Paolo.
But other people.
Yeah,
Coffee's
literally no one
gross,
else.
Fight me.
Okay, well, I'm not tired, so quit yelling at me.
I know you're sorry. Damn, yet again, Ketna does not want to entreat us to her VTuber.
Sorry, I was more focused on creating stuff. Because that's what I tend to do. But I mean, if you really think about it, why would I want people to see my adorable kitty face?
goes. Pss, pss.
Oh, I see.
Oh. I also have a physical kitty cat here. Hi, buddy.
Okay, I'll be right back. We're starting in 5.
I
Aye, aye.
Do your
Uh,
preparation rituals.
doing.
My preparation ritual right now is slapping a bunch of shit together.
As
Fuck
it
yeah.
And listen, I already bought everything I need. I'm good to go.
I did too, for what it's worth. Did I get sleeves of storage? I think I got bag of folding. That's good enough.
I didn't buy anything because we're technically not there to get it.
I
We
suppose
would
that's
purchase this stuff when we're back in town. Anyways.
I didn't buy anything because I had no fucking time at all this week because my college professor loaded a dump shit fuck full of work on me. Wee, and that's all I've been doing.
Wii U.
And playing Rain World because if I didn't do something that I enjoyed, I would go insane.
As I mentioned, I was DMing this week twice.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds rough. Especially depending on if any other random stuff happened. I hope they went well, at least.
Oh, they both went fine. Just tired.
I hug.
Also, I was hesitant to even mention it because I knew certain people would judge me from doing 5e with my other friends.
Like whom?
Florence.
I I wish they weren't so, how do I say, um harsh on the system, but I don't know if they'd like judge you for it, even if they'd probably like, shoot, I'd say they'd like playfully say like, oh, you're doing the wrong system, but I understand how it's hard to tell their sarcasm if, you know.
I was mostly joking. I'm just in a fairly mood. I'm exhausted from this week and various other things going on. I just generally.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I give you a hug, Plague.
So then, after the rest of the party has managed to get back, you all meet at the town 3 days after last session.
Excellent.
This is the where we're just getting together now.
Mm-hmm. At the end.
Well, it's been a while. How'd your trip go?
Well,
Uneventful.
sorry, what was that?
Zeal just said uneventful.
Fairly uneventful and generally successful, although I was informed that there is an event taking place in about 4 days that there might be a fight that breaks out at.
Fight could mean anything from a barroom brawl to all-out war. Gonna have to be a bit
Uh,
more specific.
Probably closer to the second, admittedly.
Well,
Zealous
so
eyes turn purple. Well, just go and use your patented make everyone sleep spell. Sure, that'll keep it from breaking out.
Unfortunately, I'm not that strong yet.
Then maybe your other strategy of run the hell away.
you gotta pick your battles.
Basically, it actually would be better in this case, for us to not get involved. But there is something, apparently a location that we could try to reach while everything is going on there. It is open for a singular day.
And we want to go to this place. Why?
And
Why does
to
it seem
meet
like always?
good.
Why does it seem like you always end up finding out extra things?
I I don't know. The only thing I could even presume is I tend to ask a lot more questions about how I can help.
Revenant just shrugs her shoulders. Whatever. I mean, I'm pretty much stuck with you lot, and so might as well.
Anyways, it would allow us to talk to what is apparently the primal of water.
Well, at least we know we didn't spend the trip thirsty.
Yes.
Don't forget, by the way, the stream is live, so feel free to join when you're ready.
Regardless, this is this primal of water might be able to assist us on the quest in general, so it might be a good idea to pay them a visit.
Till his eyes turn back to their normal blue color. I suppose we could look into that. I admit I've somewhat lost the plot of what we're doing, she says with her ears kind of drooped.
Admittedly, it's still kind of a case of getting by while we wait for the whole coronation incident to be resolved.
Well, in terms of better news, he'll reach into a new pack you haven't seen him wear before, and seemingly from nowhere pull out what, three? There were like three people who went with the druid, right? Or the elemental.
4.
Four. He'll pull out four like big bags and just hand them to each of you. Our reward, as promised.
Oh,
Much
thanks.
appreciated.
I admit I kind of expect us not to get anything.
Well, despite some eccentricities, the tribe leader was very gracious for our delivering of the package and has rewarded us in kind.
What was that thing anyway?
Not sure, but he pulled one hell of a prank on me for it.
Oh, what happened?
Should have seen the look on my face when he told me that he was at war.
Huh?
What?
I, like I said, a bit of eccentricity there.
What does that have to do with delivering the message?
Sheila's
Well,
eyes turned purple. Could you just be direct instead of talking around in a circle?
delivered the package. He read it, told us It was a declaration of war. He saw my very bemused expression and then just told me that that wasn't what it was. And then he gave us the money and we left.
Fuck.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you all are alright. I'm really glad I wasn't there for that. Would be very awkward.
Oh, believe me, even I have my moments of poor rapport, but regardless, we're all here now and a few thousand gold richer.
Moments of poor rapport. Did you say something regrettable?
Well, considering I'm still alive and much, much richer, I'll ask you to fill in the blanks.
Well, whatever you said didn't cause you to get shot in the head, so I guess it couldn't be that.
Oh, as far as you know.
Is that saying there's something you want to share?
I've already shared everything I have with you.
Technically, at this point, if you should probably roll a deception roll.
Should I?
If you are withholding some of the details about what you said and doing that intentionally, and then saying that that's all you have to say, then that is a deception roll, or that's all there is to be said on the matter. This is more of a player versus player skill check.
Hey, Mato.
I don't even know how to do this, but
Just go to your proficiencies tab, which should be the hand icon, and then click on the number for deception.
well, no, I rolled it, but
Oh, okay, yeah, and then the plus can optionally roll a perception check opposed to it.
okay, I rolled a blind GM roll, so I just do like public instead.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We'll try that again.
Revenant just shrugs. Whatever, as long as you haven't gotten yourself killed.
Well, would 2 revenants in the party be such a bad thing?
What do you even have the sweat of vengeance for?
Oh, dying for one.
I don't think simply being murdered is enough to become a revenant. There usually has to be other qualifiers, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
maybe
like
for you.
Well, it's not exactly like you lot let me get any of my high bloody vengeance out, so I doubt you'd get any if you were another revenant either.
One step at a time, yeah?
One step. I think we barely moved a goddamn inch. She complains.
Maybe we'll come on a situation where have to actually fight, and then you get to beat the shit out of them as much as you want.
Yeah, like I can do that anymore. Ever since my lovely other half decided to focus on alchemy, she's somehow scrambled up our magic. I just don't want us I don't want it making it easy for you to actually protect you. Yeah, amazing idea, Izila. Weren't you going to exorcise me or something, by the way? I don't really want you gone. Can't imagine why not. Either way, you guys can handle this primal water business. It's nothing that interests me.
Oh, you still need your hydration, don't you?
Not off.
Anyway, when do we get going, or what exactly are we doing?
Well,
we
the
should
thing isn't.
prob- Oh, go ahead.
Well, they said the thing isn't even for 4 days, so I suppose we should find out something to busy ourselves with.
Sounds good to me. Maybe there's somebody's job that we need doing.
Well, we should probably also see if there is an invitation process and where it would be held. And if not, I suppose we would have to sneak in.
I don't know if sneaking in a place like that would be a good idea.
Besides, job? What do you mean? We're at this point, what could you possibly want that we don't already have?
Something to do for 4 days.
Well, surely we've spending so much time working and traveling, maybe you just want to have some fun to yourself. I know I do.
I mean, I suppose you could do that in privacy. I guess. Wow, Zila. Good to know where your brains went straight to.
Those
What?
worries, Zila. I was thinking of it too. It was the way he said it.
Revenant just sighs intensely.
Well, admittedly, we could see what there is to get done, even if it isn't well, rather large job, just maybe ideally something small, because
Maybe
we also
somebody's
don't.
gone missing.
Right, but I suppose another question to ask is how far away is this Harvest Temple? How long would it take to travel there? It could even be the entire 4 days.
Hey, you're the one who got the information. And why don't you tell us?
Unfortunately, I wasn't given an exact location for any of this.
You're kidding.
Well, it's a festival, so I figure it would be a talk around the place of some sort.
Well, why don't we go ask at that gaudy the tavern? See, Rev, don't be rude. There's so much green. There is so much green.
Green's a nice color.
Yeah, green's a nice color, but at some point it becomes a little tiresome. Revy. And stop calling me Revy.
Sprout tugs at their cloak with a frown.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but for me, he'll pull out his knife for a brief second and do like a bit of a flourish before resheathing it. I'm getting a bit rusty. I think I need to sharpen up a bit, if you know what I mean.
Fair enough. Yes, well, let's start at the tavern and then see what we can learn, and from there, and determine if we need to kill any time.
Mm.
Right, lead on.
So Sashi will then head back to their tavern.
You are already there, by the way.
Oh, okay. And in that case, she's going to head over to the barkeep.
Jethro will follow.
Zila actually keeps her distance, deciding to read through some of her books.
Standing behind the bar, you notice very large and imposing gray fern wolf. They stare at Sasaji for a moment before before asking, "You wouldn't happen to be the new ones in town, would you?"
Certainly. What is why is anyone asking for us?
Well, as it seems to happen, you are overdue for a payment.
Payment for where?
The stables are rented out in your name for a week, and we are no longer going to be housing the creatures that you store there.
Ah,
So, you've been
Wait, what?
asked to pick up your belongings.
I'm guessing it would just be Sunny and Zephyr or something.
Bro would not be letting Sunny and Zephyr out of their sight at any point.
Out of character, real quick, before I start questioning in character, were we ever privy to this information that stables were rented in our name?
No.
I'll admit I don't remember renting any stables, but I suppose I can see what belongings we supposedly have there.
I might regret asking this, but how much is the bill?
Well, currently, your fees have been paid, but if you're going to take but 1 day longer, 100 gold.
All right, that'll do. Thank you very much.
Indeed, thank you.
Zila, whom's at a distance focusing on reading, has not heard any of this.
Well, let's go see what apparently we have been keeping in stables.
Sprout walks over to Zila before they all leave.
Huh? What's going on?
Apparently the stables were rented out in our name for some reason. So we're going to go check that out.
Huh? Okay.
I don't even know. Just as perplexed as you.
All right, eventually you make it to the stables, where the stable hand seems to give each of you a weird look in turn before eventually guiding you to past a myriad of different creatures, any number of things from horses to very, very large wolves, um, to what might actually be a Kirin. Eventually, you find yourself coming across what looks like 3 drakes.
Um.
Roll perception.
Please, sheet. Please. Thank you.
Ah,
Oh,
good start.
it's 7.
I say good start, but
The
None of you notice anything in particular. The stable
So
hand will um stable hand will gesture for your attention. Anyway, are you going to be taking these?
I suppose, although who left them here?
Guys, did you get streaks when I wasn't looking? And if so, why?
Oh,
They just look at Sasaji particularly weird, particularly oddly. You did. Specifically you.
Uh, very, no offense, but I was on a bit of a trip.
You must have been tripping hard to not remember leaving 3 drakes here.
I,
not
Not-
that kind of trip.
it would be tripping even harder if you consider that I would, that I don't even remember having a Drake.
It was a few days ago. You came in alone, except for these creatures, and left them here.
I see.
Paid up
So I
front and
have
everything.
So I have someone using my likeness. Very interesting.
Are you sure you just weren't tripping really hard?
I am pretty sure I was out, or I was out at the coast.
I was also there.
Phantom Paw baps Zilla on the head, and Revy reminds them that they were there too, idiot.
But so Sashi is going to, so Sashi will inspect them closer. Do they appear to have any aquatic features?
Sorry, what?
Do they appear to have any aquatic features?
No.
Sprout
I-
reaches their hand forward towards the drakes to allow them to sniff it.
The drakes sniff you and cheer happily. I would also
no,
notice that their scales are purple, yellow, and gray.
Sprout starts giving them all pets.
Zilla will get close to see if she can do the same.
okay,
Sprout
one moment.
and Zila get one more perception check.
Come on, dice. Fuck.
Nope, 18's as much as I seem to go. I mean, it's better than the 4 I rolled, but still.
Nope. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind vacating now, these creatures are a bit unpleasant.
What kind of unpleasantness?
Hmm?
Unpleasant how?
Dunno, just seems like there's something
Sprout
off
pull-
about them.
Sprout pulls a few treats usually meant for Sunny and Zephyr out of their bag and uses them to lead the drakes out.
They seem quite eager to follow Sprout.
Zilla will follow along since she really has no usefulness here.
Sorry, say it again?
Sprout leads them outside.
Okay.
Oh, Zilla is following along because she's not very useful in this scene right now. Or in general, really.
bapping you on the head.
Give Ken a second to reconnect.
Mm.
That's why they went quiet. Oops.
No worries. Oh god damn it! No wonder that's been